It's more than just a flight. Flying with Emirates is an immersion in comfort and sophistication. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey and the people who make it extraordinary. Stay tuned as we find out what truly sets Emirates apart, because here, you're embraced by a world of opulence. This is Luxury Prima. Given that airlines like British Airways, KLM, and Qantas recently celebrated their 100th anniversary, Emirates, which was originally introduced in 1985, is comparatively young. Nevertheless, it was the first of the main hub airlines in the Middle East to be founded, while Etihad was founded in 2003 and Qatar Airways not until 1993. Gulf Air served as the primary Middle Eastern link during the 1980s. It served as the national airline for 4 states: Bahrain, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and Oman. However, it was through Dubai and mainly discharging passengers to other airlines. Gulf Air realized this and chose to discontinue operations, leaving the UAE with fewer connections. The Dubai royal family was then inspired to propose the creation of a new airline, which is now known as Emirates. Pakistan International Airways, or PIA, and the Dubai royal family provided money for the establishment of Emirates, along with the first aircraft for the Emirates. The latter also supplied technical know-how and administrative support. The Dubai government provided the new carrier with just $10 million in startup funding, which it paid back in less than a year. One Airbus A300-200 and one Boeing 737-200 were the 2 aircraft that were leased from PIA. Aircraft were originally flown by pilots and crew from PIA, but they were painted in the livery of the Emirates. Eventually, after Emirates was able to assemble and develop its own crew, they were replaced. In addition, Emirates flew 2 Boeing 727-200 aircraft that were lent by the royal families to purchase air wings. These were more powerful engines and longer-range versions of the upgraded advanced variants. While the Seoul 737 was returned to PIA in 1987, the 727s would remain in service with the airline until the mid-1990s. The inaugural flight of Emirates occurred on October 25, 1985. Given the significant involvement of PIA, flight EK600 from Dubai to Karachi was a logical maiden destination. Other initial lines were regional and went through Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Amman, Dhaka, Cairo, and Kolkata. In addition to Karachi, a youthful Tim Clark oversaw most of the development of regional and eventually international routes in his early years as head of airline planning. This solid regional foundation in the Middle East and Indian subcontinent continues to be crucial for the carrier, even as Emirates has expanded to encompass the entire world. From the beginning, Emirates enjoyed success. In its inaugural year, the airline carried 260,000 passengers, aided by extensive advertising in the area. Even more astounding is the fact that it was profitable. Profits at its primary competitor, Gulf Air, dropped by more than 30% in the same year. Emirates formally acquired its first 2 aircraft, 2 Airbus A310s, in July 1987. In the end, the airline would employ 7 A300s and 13 A310s to increase service. In the same year, flights to Europe were launched, with their first stops being Frankfurt and London. Later throughout the year, Malta and Istanbul were added. In 1990, flights to East and Southeast Asia started, with Manila and Singapore serving as the first stops on the expanded route. Paris, Rome, Zurich, Hong Kong, and Beijing will be added in the ensuing years. Emirates ordered 7 Boeing 777-200s in 1992 as part of their growth. The airline's operations were greatly expanded by the 777. Emirates was able to establish extensive lines into countries like Australia and the United States because the aircraft was a contemporary, pleasant, fuel-efficient jet that could travel great great distances, and it is currently the largest 777 operator, eagerly awaiting the release of its 777X, of course. Additionally, in 1993, Emirates and US Airways joined to offer additional locations and global flights. Emirates has always positioned itself as a luxury airline in its marketing. It was among the first airlines to place entertainment systems in each seat and concentrated on providing opulent services in premium classes, with "Be good to yourself, fly Emirates" emerging as the new tagline in the late 1990s. The marketing strategy remained consistent in subsequent years. Emirates Sky Cargo would also be launched in the late 90s. This allowed Emirates to establish specific freight schedules and routes, even though the aircraft were initially flown under lease from Atlas Air. 4 years later, in 1996, the airline received its first order of 777s in 1992. With a stop in Singapore, Emirates promptly began operating a 777 route to Australia. This would eventually turn into one of the busiest routes for the airline. Emirates began operating 29 A330-200s in 1999. In addition to adding more Airbus aircraft, these were going to be in the fleet till 2016. Emirates paid $17 million in May 1998 to purchase a 40% share in Air Lanka. Emirates oversaw the airline over the following 10 years as part of the investment, taking over the ground handling and catering operations in Colombo and revamping the brand and approach of the airline. Soon after the Emirates got involved, the airline's name was changed to Sri Lanka Airlines, and its fleet and route network grew. Emirates withdrew from the management contract in 2008, returning the government of Sri Lanka with its increased 43.6% interest. Emirates flew to 28 destinations with a fleet of 30 aircraft around the turn of the century. It would include an additional 46 destinations by the end of the 2000s. Emirates placed further aircraft orders with Boeing and Airbus in order to fulfill its expansion objectives. Its rapid recovery from the 2001 slump in the aviation industry was demonstrated by the large orders placed in 2003 and 2005. It greatly increased the size of its 777 fleet by working with Boeing. It made 6 distinct orders for 777s between 2004 and 2011. All told, the airline would sign for more than 120 777s, most of which would be the -300ER model. Emirates ordered the A340 and the A380 from Airbus. Emirates would place 6 different orders for more than 120 super jumbos between 2000 and 2013. And as the fleet increased, the airline's network of destinations and frequencies also expanded. Significantly, additional expansion occurred in the 2000s and early 2010s, especially along routes to Asia, Australasia, and the United States. Emirates started to compete with other airlines on profitable routes connecting Asia and North America by providing one-stop services through Dubai. Emirates made a decision to remain independent and avoid joining an airline alliance during a time when airline alliance participation was rising. Instead, it would concentrate on strengthening its own ties and expanding its worldwide network. In 2000, the airline introduced Skywards, its own frequent flyer program. By creating a network of partner airlines, Emirates' regular passengers can share limited tier advantages and accrue and utilize reward miles with other airlines. As of October this year, Emirates operates 269 aircraft and is the world's largest operator of the Airbus A380 and Boeing 777 family of aircraft. Emirates is the world's 4th largest international airline by scheduled revenue passenger kilometers flown and the 2nd largest in terms of freight ton kilometers flown. Still known for its premium services and luxurious flying experience, Some of the key offerings of Emirates are comfortable cabins, gourmet dining, in-flight entertainment, connectivity, lounges, extraordinary cruise service, frequent flyer program, and exclusive services, aka chauffeur-driven services to and from the airport for premium class passengers in many destinations. These offerings continue to contribute to Emirates' reputation for providing a luxurious and comfortable travel experience for its passengers across the globe. What are your thoughts about this world-class flying experience? Share with us through the comments below and keep yourself updated with the latest bits on luxury living. See you in the next video.